Okay, let's go.
Hello and welcome back to the Between the Glass Padel Podcast live at Velocity Padel. As always, massive thank you to them for supplying the space, Gattaca Motors as well for the sponsorship, and of course, Xylo Padel. Make sure you check out their website with the discount code below for any percentage off your next order online. Delighted to be joined by Sid The Barber, as you're well known on Instagram and all social media. Thanks for coming on for this one.
Pleasure.
A little bit about yourself before we get into the depths of paddle.
Yeah, Sid The Barber. Real name Simon, but no one really knows that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. When people hear it, they're like, what, your name's not Sid? No. But yeah, so Sid The Barber. Been barbering now for 17 years. Had a great career and then ended up here. Do you know what I mean? So paddle took us onto another dimension, another scene, do you know what I mean? So it's been great.
Getting involved in like a different community now.
Oh, not half, mate. The community's great.
That's what we've mentioned before on previous podcasts. It's just like the community element of this sport. I think it's unrivaled.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I've done footy. I've played tennis, and there's something different about this.
Yeah. I've only ever done footy, and footy's like a bit nasty, innit?
Yeah.
A bit aggressive. You hate everyone.
Yeah.
I've never truthfully went onto a paddle court saying anything bad about the other person. Like
one so far for me. Hate one person. Top of the line, pissed me off. To be honest.
There's one that saying that. Yeah. Now you say it. There's one that wound me up, and he kept shouting just before me shot. Every time I took a shot, kept shouting. His head like shouting though. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow.
We'll remember that. We'll do that later.
Yeah. Honestly, mate, I was like, I said to me, mate, that's wound me up a bit. That, you know, because I don't really get stressed out. You know what I mean? And I said to him, starting to bug me that. Then at the end, I told him, I said, lad, you burnt my head out then, you know. And he went, mind games. And I went, lad,
doing on purpose.
Please don't do that to me, lad, you know what I mean? But
yeah, it's crazy.
Still a good game regardless.
Yeah, I've got a nemesis that cheers when I miss. I hate it. Yeah. You know, I hit the net and there's a big loud cheer from the other side. I'm like, come on, lad, give us a break. I've just made a mistake. I don't need Michael giving me shit. You giving me shit. It's just,
I don't give you shit. Oh, come on. It's normally the other way, mate.
Slightly, yeah.
Still the other way.
It's great.
I was looking, obviously, your story's interesting. I've seen a clip come up on Instagram of you doing a podcast, I think it was, and talk about how you got in, you know, like work for yourself and doing it. And it was a cool story, you know, like you know, running the extension lead down.
Amazing.
And that, can you elaborate on that and what?
Yeah, darkest place in my life.
Yeah.
To be honest, I come home off holiday and I was absolutely skint on holiday. The fun tokens, aren't you? So you forget about what's going on around. And I forgot that like my card insurance was due. They emailed me. I don't look at emails, so they emailed me to say it was due. I had no money in the bank. I had nothing. I was absolutely skint. And I come home and I literally had 50 quid. Walked in the door. Had a letter there on the floor to say like card insurance fully cancelled after being New Year insurance. I got like a fine for it being bounced back or whatever. Yeah. So it was like digging. Do you know what I mean? I thought, what am I going to do here? Like I'd left it. I've been barbering 17 years. Ended up leaving that, went into construction to see whether there was something new, like a new path for me to go down to see whether I actually love barbering anymore or what. Done that, and then once I left everything, I thought I'd just find my feet, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you really don't. So once I'd walked in and I found the letters and that, I sat upstairs crying my eyes out and I didn't know what to do with myself. I was thinking like I'm failing as a dad, as a man. Like there's not many things in life that get me stressed and it's money being one of them. Like when a man hasn't got money, you feel you're weak. You're so weak and you can't provide for your family. You can't be the man of the house. So I went into a proper rut and then I stood in my back garden and I literally had £50 in my name and I was just staring at the money and I was looking. I had like a shed in my back garden, like a decent sized shed in my garden. It was literally just wood, nothing in it. And I said to myself, who am I? Do you know what I mean? What can I do here? Yeah. And obviously being a background in the barbering, I've got like a career, I've got like a trade. Where at the beginning of my career, an old man said to me, you've got the perfect trade because you can always earn money. Mm. And that's always played on me head. Yeah. Anytime I've been skint, I can always earn money. And I'll put a text out or I'll say something to the lads and straight away, then I'll go and get money again. So I went into my missus and said to her, I said, where's the car keys? And she went, you're not going out in the car. She had got no insurance. Where's the car keys? She said, they're on the side. So I went, I'll be back in a minute. She said, where are you going? I said, I'll be back in a minute. Because I knew if I would have told her, she probably would have put me off doing it and wasting the last 50 quid, you know what I mean? But I seen on Screwfix that there was an extension lead for 45 quid. So I just headed straight there. There was one in stock. It was like everything was meant to be.
All aligned.
I had 13 miles in my car. Like I was down to the bones on everything. Come back, plug my extension lead through my kitchen window, put it out the window, into the outhouse, got me dining chair, put that in there, got me wife's like eyelash lights, she does eyelashes, you see. And I put all the lights in, me photography lights and stuff, and I just put in it on me Instagram saying I'm cutting hair today. And then 4 lads got in touch with me, and I was charging 25 quid at the time, so then I had 105 quid. And I come in absolutely over the moon, put on again saying I'll be cutting again tomorrow. Then 8 lads jumped on, so now I've got 305 quid. And I threw it on the table to my bear and said to her, listen, I said, I'm going to do it now, I'm going to do it. I said, see, we're sound. But she had to pay the car insurance from her side. I think I've never let her pay for anything in the sense of like meals or car or whatever. It's always been on me, and she had to do it this time, mate, and I felt the lowest of the low I've ever been.
Yeah.
But then from then onwards, I said, this is it now. This is what I call the shed. Yeah. And people say, it's not a shed, lad, is it? And I'm like, it's a shed, lad. It's always the shed. And I like it because people think it's like, sorry, not a shed. And I go, no, call it the shed because it's half disrespectful and I like it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've made it in the back of a shed. Do you know what I mean? And
unbelievable story, that.
When I first made it, everyone was saying like, oh, I'd like to see him do a cold winter in there. Mate, I've got full insulation in there, I've got air conditioning in there. Steven Gerrard comes in there. That was another question people were saying, like, what are you going to do by Gerrard? What do you mean, what am I going to do by Gerrard? It's me that he wants to see. Yeah. No matter where I am, Steven will come to me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, and how it works. Yeah. That's that.
No, I mean, it's just an inspiring, like, story, and it would be so relatable to a lot of people.
I think you've got to hit rock bottom now.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, if you're at the bottom, you only raise up. Do you know what I mean? You can go on a level playing field by all means, but when you start going higher, you start to get that motivation in. Then you go to the next step, then everything just falls into place. Yeah. And now I'm doing 22 haircuts a day. Do you know what I mean? And it's phenomenal. 4 days a week. Get time with the family, time with the missus.
Time for paddle.
Extra time for paddle. And if you haven't got it, like you find it, don't you? So.
No,
it's been great, to be honest.
It's class that. Like I say, it's sort of, I don't know how we do it. It popped up on my feed, and when I was listening to it, honestly, like, I know a lot of people sort of don't like seeing people be successful. I love it.
Yeah, same. I want absolutely. Listen, anybody on the planet, I'm not bothered who you are. I want you to do well. Just pointless you wanting someone to do bad in life. What good does that ever bring anyone else? Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah. If I'm in a position that I've took 17 years to build to get to, and someone says, like, can you do me a favour and post this, please? You know what I mean? No problem. Yeah. You can get all the use from my Instagram, from my people that I follow, because I love doing it. I love being in a position that if I can get my mate a job, put £100 in his pocket, I don't want anything from it, lad. But you know, when he says, lad, I got that job the other day, that makes me feel so good. That puts me onto another level inside my soul. Do you know what I mean? So, and what I find it being, I always say it's soul food. Search for soul food rather than money. Yeah, and money will come back. Honestly, just look for good things.
Good things happen to good people.
Honestly, you just got to be nice. Be nice to people, and I don't see the point in being horrible. Yeah, I really don't. Like, there's no need for it. Obviously, there's a time and a place when something might happen, and you might need to be. Obviously, everyone's got that switch in them, but on a day-to-day basis, looking after people and looking after other people's business, just do it. Yeah. Share it, post it, like it. You like all the Nike stuff, you like all the Adidas stuff. Yeah. Why can't you sit there and post Silo stuff and post this and post that? I could go out and I could go and get an Adidas bag. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But Silo, I'd rather use theirs, the local company.
Support the Northwest. That's what we've got that round there, aren't we? Like looking after each other and looking out for one another.
What I think that we're doing really well at the minute, we're raising Liverpool's paddle community. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And Liverpool, I believe Manchester's got a really big paddle community.
Yeah.
And I want to be, I'd like us all to be on that level. Do you know, where you can push further and people think, oh, you need to get into Liverpool. Scousers is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I'd love that to happen.
I reckon that's a good segue to move into. Let's get onto the paddle chat then. Yeah. So when did you first start playing?
Started last summer it was. I've seen like a few little things popping up on the social media, the Instagram, as you do. And then the ego side takes over. And I could do that. And my mate said, lad, do you fancy playing? He said, we've got a game on Saturday or whatever. And I said, yes, Sam. And it was like Wednesday. So then I'm one of them. Like I'm bad. My missus will back me on it. I'm like ordering, what paddle trainees do you need? I'm watching YouTube videos, the best trainees. So seen some of the trainees, so ordered them. They're only 50 quid. So forget them. Might not even like it. Do you know what I mean? And then I would have just give the trainees someone if I was crap at it or whatever. So got that. Then ordered a racket. 80 odd pound racket, Puma racket from Decathlon, and I was like, mate, this is going to be sick. Turned up and I played these lads, and listen, I don't know what level they would have been now with the level I'm at now, but they wasn't the best level, but it was my first game, and they were saying, lad, you've obviously played this before. Yeah. I'm like, never. Mate, I was popping them out, I was smashing it, I was unbelievable. And I text Gerrard, because he plays, you see. Yeah. And he's always said, I need to have a little game, kid, and I said, no. So end up playing and text him saying, lad, I'm heavy at paddle. he texts me back saying, who's your partner? Who is your partner, lad? Not like, you lads, he knew I'm chatting there. He just knew straight away. So I was like, don't you worry about that, lad. Let's get a game on, lad, and I'll show you how it is. It's Sam. He said, what about Wednesday, lad? I said, Sam, see you Wednesday, lad. So flew down there. Got headed. Six. I think it was 6-1, 6-0, 6-0. I think it was. Wow. And then he walked off the course and he went, game, kid. I went, that it, yeah? No more time? No? He said, go again if you want, lad, if that's what you want to do. I said, yeah, go ahead. I said, lad, I'm just waiting for my coffee to kick in, you see. And he was like, mate, he said, my mate went to me, mate, you need Jesus Christ, mate. He said, you don't need coffee. Honestly, mate, I was blowing. I was spinning in the corner like a ballerina.
It's mad, isn't it?
But I felt great, lad.
That's exactly.
And then everyone said, like, Steven even said to me, he said, lad, you don't call up big boys, lad, in this game. And I said, I know, but now I've played paddle with Steven Gerrard. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I cut his hair, that was my dream. Yeah. And now I'm playing paddle with him. Yeah. And I thought, mate, what's next? Do you know what I mean?
Bucket list getting ticked off by the second.
I'm creating a bucket list. It's not even getting ticked off because I didn't expect that. Yeah. Nobody expected paddle to turn up. No. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Never in my life, never in anyone else's life did you think, I'll say middle age, I'm 33, but never did I think another sport would come in and erase football. Yeah. I don't really care about footy no more.
It's like the five-a-side courts are just dead, aren't they?
I don't play no more.
Paddle is just chaotic.
I used to come home and agony my birthday, pack it in, and I'd be like, and she'd be like, just stop then. And I said, I can't. Like, it's footy with the lads. Keeps you fit, you know what I mean? Keeps you in a little community and that. And then this turned up.
Oh, it's brilliant. So how many games in are you now then? How many have you
played? Only, truthfully, I've played, I think Playtomic's like about 30.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Rookie numbers then?
Rookie numbers, but we'll see in a minute. We'll see.
Stop cutting some hair.
Honestly, that's the thing, and everyone goes, how do you need to start playing more and stuff like that? And I'm like, I know, but it's kids. I've got 3 kids, got a newborn baby. Like,
family first.
Mate, definitely. And then when it comes to it, and I'm saying to the missus, like, one of the lads would text me and say, I've got a game there, 9 o'clock tonight or so. I'm saying, let me try and sort it then. So I go to the missus and go, all right, no. You know what I mean? Kids all right, yeah. She's like, yeah. If you're saying that, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a game going here at night. No, love. No, I'm not. I'm like, texting, I can't. And then maybe like half an hour before, she was like, you can go if you want. Honestly, mate, it just gives you the push. So it's great. I love it. But as you say, family first, you've got to do what you need to do. But I try and play twice a week. I try and play Monday morning, and then Thursdays when I'm off. Mother-in-law watches the kids, so the kids are in school, and then it's only me newborn to look after. So a couple of hours away, lad.
Love it.
It's great for you.
People talk about the community side of paddle. Have you met anyone through it? You say you've
That's everyone. That's everyone. Like all lads who I speak to now, it's mad because. So obviously you've got your own personal mates. You mates that have been your mates from school and growing up and whatnot. Then I've got me barbering side of things. So I've got a lot of clients who aren't just clients, they're friends. Do you know what I mean? I'd think with absolutely every one of my clients, if I was out in town, I'll have a pint with them, whatever. Probably a pint of Copperberg, like, because I can't handle them.
I'm the same as you.
Mate, I'm greasy, mate. I want all the
I get all fluffy teeth on that.
Honestly, mate, they come over to me like that, and they end up giving me left the Corona and giving me beer the Copperberg. Cheers, thank you, yeah.
Swapping over.
Like that. Honestly, it's bad, you know, but I can't handle it. So, but as I say, everyone, I only like good people. I surround myself with positive people, positive vibes, and if you haven't got that, I won't be around you. Yeah, it's as simple as that.
Sucking energy.
Yeah, because it's draining. If you're sitting there, someone's negative, you're feeling like that straight away. So I just go, I'd rather just avoid it, go away from it, don't conversate with it, because they might like me, I might not like them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then what? So now I've got an awkward face on or what? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like that. But the community's been amazing. From Padel alone, Liam Smith, Beefy, Beefy plays, and every time I see him, obviously we all know him. He's been amazing for our city, for himself, and I just seen him. I was like, "What's happening, lad?" And he was like, "You're all right, kid." Didn't know who I was. Do you know what I mean? And then further on down, "What's happening, lad? You're all right, kid?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." Then it was like, "Oh, what's happening, lad?" And he's like, "You're all right, lad. You're all right." And it got a little bit further every time, and then come to the point where we were in a competition. And then, like, my team was Sid The Barber, so they're shouting Sid The Barber, and then he knows who I am, and then he sees me on Gerrard's stories or whatever, and it went like that then. And then it was his birthday the other week, so I'll give him a little happy birthday, as I will to anyone. Yeah. Even if it's a celebrity who's like an A-list or whatever you call them. Yeah. I'll fire a message in, because why not? Yeah. People would laugh at that.
Just politeness, innit?
I'd say a story in a minute. That was like that, and I just fired in saying happy birthday, and he messaged me back saying, "Nice one, kid." He said, "I'll have to jump in with you." So I was like, "Sound, happy days." And then now Liam comes to me now. That's boss, and that's just from playing paddle. That's just from seeing, and you go down there in the velocity room, and you can see all familiar faces, and you're letting on John Flanagan, what's happening, like all players, Andy Gerrard, Steven Gerrard, Liam Smith. There's loads in the community. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Even Guesty's gone massive in it. Yeah, he's a legend. I've known Guesty since I was a lad. We lived I lived in Speaking, hanging around with all my mates and that. And he's just gone above and beyond, and everyone knows Guesty. You mention Guesty's name now, and it's like, it's heavy a minute.
He's a legend in paddle now.
He's a legend, yeah. Where are he signing stuff? He signed me coffee cup.
He dropped the ball behind him.
Do us a favour, sign that flat white.
That goes back to what you said. He's a legend in paddle, but he's a legend as a fella. He's
great. He's great. Lovely lad. He's going to go far, yeah. He's going to go far. People. Yeah, definitely. And even with my little boy, I've got a little 9-year-old who's into his sport and he sees me. "Where are you going, Dad?" "I'm going to paddle, kid. Going to paddle." And he was like, "I play tennis in school and all that." So I said, "Lad, I'll get you on the court one day." Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Ended up getting him on there anyway, and Guesty was showing him a few little bits and bobs, and my little lad he picked it up well. Do you know what I mean? We've only had the one session at the minute. But then Guesty said, "Anytime like you wanna use our stuff and that, let me know. Come down, have a little hour on the court with them, and crack on." Do you know what I mean? It's great. He's boss with the kids. Yeah, brilliant. So an hour court's what, 40 something quid. Yeah. Well worth it, mate, to get on the court. And then if I start my lad now at 9, imagine him when he's 15. Maybe phenomenal.
Well, I just started to get my lad into it. He turns 14 next month. He loves it.
Brilliant age.
He absolutely loves it. It's just my bank account doesn't quite love it.
No. We're not gonna, it's cheap. It's cheap. Yeah. Don't want to talk about that. The wife will watch this. You know what I mean?
It's but honestly, so like all the kids for the team I run, like 50% of the lads play.
Yeah. It's great. And it's good for your movement, your mobility, your agility. Like
your calories are going through the roof playing it.
Every game, you play an hour and a half, you've got 1,700 calories going in. Yeah. And you're like, you can't do that in the gym. Go to a spin class, heated spin class, you're not doing that. Yeah. Paddle's the one. Yeah. And I find every time I'm coming off, I feel brilliant.
Yeah. You feel great, don't you?
You're uplifted. It's like, and everyone says about going to the gym, I'm not a gymmer, as you can tell, but That's why I bring donuts with me. Donuts for the Padel Podcast. So when it comes to it, certain people are like saying, "Oh, you've got to go to the gym to get to your endorphins."
Endorphins.
Endorphins on that. And I'm like, I get that on the court. When I walk on a court, I wouldn't say I suffer with ADHD, but I've got ADHD, so my mind is constantly turned on. I can't just shut down and just think I'll just leave that. Someone will text me and I'm like, boom, I'm on that, and then I'm on something else, and then my missus will say, can you do this for us? So I'll go sound, so I'll go into the kitchen to do whatever she asked me to do, and then I forgot to send a text, and I forgot to do what I was in the kitchen for. And suddenly I'm running a bath or something, and I'm like, what was I doing then? I was like,
where's the last 20 minutes?
The kids see, do you know what I mean? The kids are starving, so then that's the thing, is like, when I go onto the court, all that my brain just shuts off. I'm not a dad no more. I'm not a husband no more. I'm not a barber no more. It's just between me and the lad next to me, and we're going to beat whoever's in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm probably not. Do you know what I mean? Because the lads who are in front of me are probably class. Do you know what I mean? So, but you want to go out there, you want to win, you want to do your best, and that's what I find amazing about it. For the mental health side of things, this is absolutely phenomenal.
That's where the name comes from, between the glass, because we said that as soon as you're between the glass, you switch off.
Correct.
All your problems, you know, a lot of people are going through difficult times, inflation's through the roof, but when you're on the court, I agree, it's just...
You forget about everything, whether you've got bills coming out of your ears, whether you're stressing about work or whatever, for that hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever you're on there for, my mind is blank, lad.
Just focus on it, don't you? And like you say, you know, from an exercise perspective, I was being the same as you can tell as well, not a gym head. But put a ball in front of me and I'll run after it. Do you know, I'm like a dog. I'm like a dog, you know. So it'll make me just run because I don't want to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's so personally competitive. You know what I mean? Someone else might not be competitive, but I battle against myself every day. Every day, I want to get better. I want to do this. I want to do that. If I lose, don't get me wrong. Like, you have your demons on the court.
Don't we all?
Oh, mate, honestly, don't you sit there and you think to yourself. Every single person who plays padel who watches this will know when that ball goes up in the air and you have time to think about it. Oh, mate, the madness that goes through my head. Honestly,
smash it, don't smash it,
drop shot. Do a bandeka, lad. Don't do a bandeka, that's stupid. Do a drop shot then, but you can't do a drop shot. Drop shot net, and you go, oh, lad.
What's a Vibora?
And my mate's like, should have smashed that there. And I'm like, Dad, don't, lad, because you told me before, don't smash that.
I thought that 6 times, the sound was coming down. Yeah.
Honestly, it can be stressful.
It can.
But then you're over it. Next point goes, and fresh, clean crate. Yeah, just go again, and that's the great part about it. Like in footy, you feel like when you make a mistake, you've got 10 other lads staring at you, probably 15, 16, the lads on the bench, and you just go into a downer with footy, I reckon. Do you know what I mean? With me personally, some people might not, but in paddle, you've just got to reset. Once you do a brilliant shot, next shot won't be brilliant, lad.
It's so mental, isn't it? So it's something that we've spoken before on the pod. So like with Ben, he won't mind. No. So like that's unbelievable player.
Yeah.
But mentally not the best.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm telling you now, when he sorts that out, because I think because I haven't played tennis, I know how mental and the point scoring system, the way it works, you can quickly be winning and very quickly lose.
Yeah.
Because it can
Mate,
get away from
I've been up. Like I've been playing. You know, when you feel like you're in that flow state.
Yeah.
And you think, no one can touch me today.
Yeah.
Next minute, it's 7-5 or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, what has just happened? I was winning 5-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then suddenly, if you get that dip that just sits you a little bit lower, you're off. You've got to stay on 100.
Yeah.
And that's what I find my game personally, is that I can be playing great. I can be playing phenomenal. And then I'll go off the court, have a drink, and say to me, mate, let's walk on the park. We're smashing them.
One point.
Yeah. And then suddenly, like, I've just lost, and I'm like, lad. And my mate's like, we've got this. And I'm like, I'm not here, lad.
Yeah.
And I can't get it. I can't get there.
Yeah.
I don't know where my body is or what.
It's bad for me because Michael rang me the other day. I was on speaker cooking the tea, and he's going, you need to like think of this, think of that. You mentally like, and my missus just go, yeah, he's right. And missus never met Michael yet. I was like, don't you start agreeing with him as well? Honest to God.
Launching your spaghetti.
I like it.
Yeah, no, but that is another thing though. That is another thing. Yeah, it's like when you come off the court, the game's done.
Yeah.
Next minute you phone your partner. How are we, lad?
Debrief.
Listen, lad, you've done great there, you know, lad. And it's like, now I've got an interview. So now you've got an analyst next to you who's talking to you about it.
I'm glad we're not the only ones.
Yeah. Christian says to me, mate, honestly, you have improved so much. Like, you are brilliant. Like, you're doing really well. And then he'll be like, you just need to, like, stay on top, mate, because you'll be, like, pro level. And then, like, you settle into it, and then you get on yourself. You need to, like, and I'm like, lad, I know.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you want to try and work with that, but I've figured out a way. What yourself will be going through now is to try and work out how to fix your mental state of mind, because you've got to stay in the zone.
Yeah.
The minute you go out of it, it's so hard to get back in.
Yeah.
Do you know
you can see why sports therapists in sport, like professional sport, we spoke about just like tapping our rackets at the end of every point, just to like.
Christian does the same. Christian's a lovely lad. You'll meet him in a minute. And I've never known anyone as nice as him. To be honest, at the end of every single point, he'll touch or he'll like whatever. But then sometimes when I'm in a negative mind on the court, I'm fuming at myself. You'll be hesitant to. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And he's like,
sounds very familiar. Dynamic.
Honestly, lad,
I'm growling.
Sometimes I see him with like, he's got his racket out like that, and I'm like, and I see it in the corner of my eye, and I go to say him back, but then I'm annoyed that he's turned away now, and then I'm like, oh lad, do I, you know, like, and you're like, oh, do I look like a now? So then he knows now. He knows me. We had a game the other day, and I come off the court, and it wound me up like a lot. And I come off the court, and I sat there. And I was sat on the bench, and like the lads are talking, I'm like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm sat there, and he said, I could see, mate, you were trying to smile. He said, but you were chatting to your demons, mate. He said, and I was sitting there, and I spoke to my client, the lad who played with, Chrissy, and I spoke to him and said, Chrissy, lad, my energy was negative the other day when we sat on that bench. I'm sorry, lad. Yeah. I said, because I was trying my best to get hold of it. Sat outside the other paddle club for like half an hour in the car. He's thinking, don't drive, like, because you'll have road rage, you'll do something stupid, like. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that game's just really, really got to me.
I was saying to Ben, and I think like with the way the point scoring works and the way the game works. So like we've lost a couple of games recently where we're like we love 40 up, trying to break serve, and we don't. And he's like, we love 40, but if we've got to love 40 up, we can win 3 points in a row. Yeah, so can they.
But the game can happen so quick.
That's
3 serves, that's 3 shots,
4 points.
And everyone at the similar sort of level, it can happen, and it's like. But also, it's like you will miss shots. You are going to miss shots. Yeah. And
so there was a thing on Roger Federer. Guesty told me, right? And I was playing King of the Court, and you're playing with lads at a low level. Yeah. And he's saying, Sid, you can't go into the bigger groups because you need to smash the level what you're at on your platonic. Yeah. And I'm saying, lad, you know I'm not that level up. Yeah. It's like, but you need to smash these. It's time to enter one. So we entered it and give them the due. They were like me at the beginning, like couldn't get over the net and all that kind of stuff. And the lad saying to him, sorry, Sid. And I massive favour, lad, stop saying sorry, mate. I said, starting to wind me up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just play, lad. Mistakes happen. Just get over them. Do you know what I mean? I said, that's how you get better. And the lad was like, sorry, mate. And oh my God, I was like, please stop this. Do you know what I mean? And I looked at Guesty, and I was trying to, when you try and win the point, you hit the net. Yeah. You're playing too fast, you're rushing, your feet aren't planted, whatever. And I was smashing. Guesty said, Sid, like, you're too powerful. Yeah. Like you're being too big and boisterous for the game. He said, you don't need to, lad. Take 50% off that, and you'll be a decent player. Yeah. And I was like, sound. So I went away, and then all I seen was like, it's not about power. All over me social media, it's not about power. It's not about this. Not
Listen's
about
done it.
Yeah. So Roger Federer, then I seen the thing. Roger Federer, obviously it's tennis, but he said he's played something like 1,856 games. He's won 80% of them games. Do you know what I mean? Which is a phenomenal record, by the way. And he's himself has earned 54% of them points. So then the 46% is from them. Yeah. It's nearly 50% of points that was earned from them making a mistake. Yeah.
Marginal 4%
like marginal, yeah. And he said it's not about like the big shot that goes on the social media, the big smash, the big like fancy shots. He said because that is the equivalent of 1 point.
Yeah.
So then your little knock over the net is 1 point. Do you know what I mean? He said, so regardless of how that looks, it's like that. They're all 1 point. He said, just go again. It's not about the big fancy shots. It's about just getting a point.
Yeah.
And it changed my game completely.
That's it, yeah.
Honest, completely changed. And even lessons with Ant Hardman, like, I'm hitting shots and he's like, listen, you're playing them too powerful.
Yeah.
Play paddle, please. He said, that's tennis, please. I've never played tennis. I played badminton when I was a kid. Very, very good at badminton, but badminton's like jumping and when I do a smash or whatever, I jumped and I'm like,
we're going to see some smashes in it.
Yeah,
some highlights in this.
And low lights, yeah, as you say. So
everyone's got to stick around for some reason. Yeah.
But then that's the thing, is like, when I hit the smash, I went, oh, you've been watching YouTube? Because I jumped. Because I jumped, yeah. And I said, badminton, I play badminton.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, okay. He said, you need to like control that. Do you know what I mean? I was like, Sam, but then you see the Tapias and the Coelhos and all that doing them. And you're like, surely that's...
I want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you see the highlights of that. If you sit down and you watch a Premier Padel match, you watch them.
I watch.
It's a lot controlled.
Every video on YouTube, right? I click on YouTube and it'll say, uploaded 1 hour ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Straight
There's
on
me
it.
eating me breakfast. I'm watching them.
One view, Sid The Barber.
One like that. Honestly, I'm just glued to it. And sometimes they're in Spanish and I can't even understand them. He's like, when do I get the net? And I'm like, yeah, we can do this. But it's all about the motion, all about, like, it's not what Ant Hardman told me. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah.
So it's where, like, when you're going through your shots, it's how you finish your shot as well, because that's the motion to get the spinning,
like that,
what he calls them, the revs on the ball and whatnot. And it's lessons. Everyone go and get lessons.
Yeah.
Go and get lessons, pay for lessons. You know.
We've not had any, have we?
No, we definitely need.
Yeah, we've not had them. I mean, Ant Hardman used to coach me for tennis.
Yeah. Brilliant coach.
Oh, unbelievable.
Brilliant coach.
Mentally so good.
Yeah, and he's just really there. Do you know what I mean?
Hopefully he's coming on the pod to have a chat about it. So that'll be dead interesting.
Yeah, honestly, it's just what he says to me. He says, he always says, Sid, it's in the post. That's in the post. That shot is in the post. He said it's on its way. Do you know what I mean? You've got it. You're just there.
Yeah.
Once you get your thing, you've done a boss little thing. And I was doing volleys at the net. I'm really good at the net. And he was like, just do this, whatever. And I was like stopping the ball. I do it with the mic in my hand, but like I was stopping the ball, but I had the ball in this hand.
Yeah.
And as I was bringing the racket flat like that and then bringing it round, I'd put the ball on top of the racket because you want to finish flat.
Yeah. And
once I got that motion, it was just so fluent.
Yeah.
So fluent on the court. And I thought, how mad is it that someone can just tweak that?
And it's there.
But it's what clicks in your brain.
Honestly, mate, he's mustard.
Yeah, he's good at
I promise you, anyone, if you want to get better, you want to get into paddle, get as much time as you can on the court. That's your main thing. Get a lesson and put it into your next game. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh,
brilliant. Definitely worth it.
Well, we're going to have to sort of wrap up. But thank you very much for
thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Two, we're going to have to get you back on because I reckon we've got way more stories. Way more stories.
There's a lot.
Than this. But just to finish on, where do you see paddle going? And where do you see it going? And what's your hope for the sport? I
think paddle will go to the level. So, football's the biggest. Football's huge, like worldwide. You know what I mean? Paddle, I think, will take over tennis. There's 150 million tennis players at the minute. There's 35 million paddle players. I can guarantee it in 2 years' time that'll be 200 million paddle players, 150 tennis. Because I don't think tennis is going to go any bigger. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think when you see the courts and that, I feel as if the game's just easier. You don't really see many people could go to tennis and play singles. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like a match against you and your mate, whatever. But then this is double, so it's more of a friendship group. Yeah. You don't see many single courts in. I
think there's one in the northwest, isn't it? Wallasey, I think that's the only
one. The only one I've seen is in Cardiff, in Manchester. Yeah. And people, like, you don't want to play singles. Do you know what I mean? No. Doubles is the one, like. Yeah. So it's more of a community-based thing. So that means that's going to double up on the speed and the projection of how big it can go. But even with paddle itself, like, I'm creating a product at the minute for paddle. That's going to change the paddle game forever. Yeah. I can't even say what it is or what. Right. But going to give you the name then, but I don't know whether I can. But it's gonna go big. It's gonna change the way you play paddle and start paddle and whatever. It's gonna be in everyone's bag.
Right, there's the next podcast.
Yeah.
Worldwide though, like it's gonna go unbelievable. But that's the thing, is like what I said before about my mind never switches off. Can't even go down that route. So I was playing a game and something happened, and then I was like, how can I stop that from happening?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, and I come home, spoke to the missus, and 3:30 in the morning, I designed this product. Sat in bed, just wired.
I'm intrigued.
Honestly, it's great. But going through all the process now with designing it in China, and hopefully by the summer it's out. So when it's in,
come back on.
I'll sort it out.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it for now at that cliffhanger, because we've got a court booked in 3 minutes. We've got loads of highlights and lowlights coming up shortly.
We're going to see some unbelievable smashes by the sound.
But hopefully anyway.
Really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
I really fully enjoyed the podcast and getting to know you a bit more. But massive thank you to Sid The Barber. Check him out on all social media. Again, thank you to Xylo Padel for supporting us here at Between the Glass Padel, Gattaca Motors and Velocity Padel, of course. In the meantime, have a great week and get your paddle shoes on and get down to the court.